I'm going to stop the feed because nobody's connecting here. Okay. So apologies. I hear that feed was not working properly. I'm not sure. I moved closer to the. I'm going to shoot at this angle. Closer to the offices here. All right. I'm not sure what the glitch was. I think it may just be that there's not great coverage for Wi-Fi. Although that's where I was shooting from last week. All right. Paul takes it away from Maryland. Tries to skate it into the paint. Can't quite get there. Landon bullying Paul. Drives it in. Takes the shot off the goalie's shoulder, and it bounces back behind him. It's in the net, I believe. All right, so for those of you just joining us, and apologies because I believe it said it was working, but no worries. It looked like it was working, but I had nobody watching, so I wasn't sure if people just couldn't be bothered to get up on a Sunday morning. People are at church, I don't know. All right, Landon takes face off. Ends up on Bobby's stick. He takes a shot. Goalie kicks it wide. Gets his own rebound and sends it behind the net. Chases it to the far side. Skating backwards. Shot again. Deflected off of somebody's skate, I think, based on the sound of it. Puck hops up. Paul fighting for it. Landon gets in there. Hands it back to Bobby. Bobby sends it up to where Paul is, but with a little too much juice on it. Can't get. It was like in the air. Charlie got a stick on it. Bobby masterfully got it stopped right at the blue line, but it hopped up and the Maryland team got it. They're down at the far end. Charlie will pick it up behind Armand's net. Score is 2-0. I'm sorry I should have announced the score. We had a point on the board. Early kind of fluky point. Puck like hopped up off of somebody's stick in like a graceful arc right over the goalie's shoulder. It looked like it wasn't going to hit the net. I think he wasn't worried about it. All right, but that was the first point. 12 minutes left in the first, and then the second one I think you guys maybe just saw. All right, this is Zach in the corner. Will tries to backhand it, bounces past the net. He's trying to put some pressure on. It's going to come around. Kyle picks it up in the neutral zone. Cross to Mason. Maryland gets a stick on it, gets it away. Joey over to Kyle. Kyle up to Zach. Zach shot. Deflected off the stick well high up into the glass. Will picks it up. Does not pick it up. It lets it go by. Maryland's going to pick it up. We will shift directions. Maryland player does a nice job getting past our RD. Kind of got a shot off. I think either was a little bit wide of the net or Armand kicked it away. We're back to offense. Will drives in. Supported by Joey. That's Kyle. Sends it back up to Will. Back to Kyle. Nice crisp pass. Kyle shot wide of the net. Brian battling for possession. They get it hard off of Will's skate. Stayed in, but not long. That's Kyle and Brian battling. Brian comes up with it, and there's a penalty on Kyle. Kyle's heading to the box. So we will have a penalty kill. Spencer back to Greg. Flicks it up high into the air. Gloves out of the nice graceful arc by one of the Maryland players. Nice pass across right in the paint, and they put it in. Armand got faked out. Back door. And the score will be 2-1. on the penalty kill. Kyle will be out of the box. Southern Maryland using the man advantage. It helps. Landon takes the face off. Puck comes back. Bobby has it, hands it off to Spencer, I think. No, I'm sorry, that's Charlie. Maryland player loses their stick. That was Landon handed back to Charlie. Charlie's going to drive in. Tries to center it. Comes off somebody's skate. Charlie still has possession. He's going to drive it around. Shot. Defense gets it away. Brody passes it to Landon behind the net. Back to Brody. He tries to center it. Before Shane can get there, they stick it away. Maryland sticks it away. Brody just trips it over somebody. The two of them both go down. Landon takes behind the net. Looking for an opportunity here. All the way, great big circle. Eventually drops it over to Charlie, who missed it. All right, there's a Bobby shot it. Charlie passed to Bobby. Bobby got a shot off. Goalie catches and holds. Or covers, I guess. So the score is 2-1. 6 minutes, 46 seconds left in the first period. Zach takes face off. Will comes up with the puck. Off the boards to Kyle. Kyle backhands it. Tries into the corner, but Maryland's going to come up with it. We're going to shift to defense. Kyle off the boards back into the neutral zone. Maryland dumps it in. Has to get off, giving Mason plenty of time to go pick up and shift direction here. He's going to just skate through. Superior stick handling and speed. It's like these guys are just swirling around him. All right, he eventually gets to a point in the corner. He dumps it over to Joey. Joey doesn't quite get the clean pickup. Maryland's got it here. They send it across. Kyle in the corner. Not in the corner. Kyle at the blue line. Tries to hand it up to, I guess he was trying to get it to Joey, but just looked like it just passed right to one of the Maryland players. All right, Zach cross to Mason. Mason tries to skate through massive defenders. Zach leaves the puck behind. Keeps skating towards the goal. All right, Maryland dumps it down. Spencer cross to Greg and gets some pressure on before he can turn it around. All right, he gets it up into the neutral zone. Maryland picks it up from there. They got something to prove, these guys. All right, I think that's Spencer. Hard up off the boards to the point. They take a shot. Armand's got it. Easy save. 5 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first period. Score is 2-1. Ashburn is winning, but a 1-point game. Plenty of hockey. Looks like Brian's lined up for the face-off. Apologies, I tried to shoot from closer in, closer to center. The feed was not working, so we'll. I'm gonna keep shooting from here. Tim tries a nice backhanded shot, just slightly wide. Jack tries another one, high angle. Doesn't go in. Tim backhands it around the boards. It's going to come up. Spencer stops it, turns it around. Doesn't get clean control of it, though. Greg has to chase it. He's Russian. Well, he's American. It's a bad joke. Pass up to Tim. Tim to Brian. Brian bobbles it briefly, but then gets nice control. He's going to drive it into the corner. Uses his... All right, shot. Oh, it's off the back of the net by Jack. Brian to Jack. Slams it in like that goalie wasn't even there. That goalie looks a little dejected. He's just sitting there. What the hell just happened? Score will be 3-1 with 4 minutes, 28 seconds left in the first. Nice play, Brian and Jack. All right, Shane had it there briefly. Where's the puck? They bounce it off the boards past Charlie. Bobby will pick it up behind Armand's net. Sends it up to his teammate, Shane. He handed it to Landon. Landon back to Shane. Bobby just thwacks it past everybody and dumps it into the corner. Paul coming up. That stopped by Charlie. Hands it back to Paul. Paul gets it sticked away from him, but it's only to Shane. Puck's bouncing. near Paul. All right, Landon tries to get control of it. Still bouncing puck. Couldn't get the shot off. Maryland tries to get it out, but fails to have a nice clean pass, and so Landon swooped in and got away from him. Shane back to Bobby at the point. Bobby crossed to Charlie. Charlie back to Bobby. Slap shot. Bobby. Goalie deflects it. Does not get control, and Shane wraps it. Goalie did not reset. Was not expecting Shane to wrap it, and it is in the net. Score will be 4-1, I believe. Zach took the face off, ended up back with Kyle. Kyle hands it up to Joey. Joey's looking for a point. Sends it to the net. Deflects off the stick, high into the air. Will tries to pass it to Zach, who does not get clear control. Popped up. All right, Zach's got it now. The two of them are working together, trying to get through that Maryland defense, which is not trivial. Zach loses an edge, goes down. Joey swoops in, also gets tied up by one of the Maryland players and goes down. Back up right away. Greg, is that Greg or Mason? Mason, shot, deflected, is bouncing loose, and could not get it in. I think both Will and Joey almost were there to get it in. Maryland gets it past Mason and dumps it. Kyle will pick it up, skates in the open ice. Long pass up, tries to get to Joey. Joey deflects it. That'll be an icing call. Yeah. Some fast play. Today's broadcast brought to you by Coffee Arabica. That's coffee. All my broadcasts are brought to you by coffee. Brian lines up with the faceoff. Spencer picks it up after the drop. It's going to come all the way down. Tim's racing for it. He gets there first. Tim brings it out to pass to Greg. Greg crosses Spencer. Slap shot. Hits the... Not sure what happened there. Goalie's covered it. Jack, Tim, and Brian all scrambling to get that puck in the back of the net, but goalie had it. Brian takes the face off. Tim and Jack still out there. It comes back to Tim. Tim passes it to Jack. Jack hits it to the corner where Brian will get there. Tries to hand it back to Jack, but they don't connect that one. Maryland sends it bouncing out to center ice. Greg tries to send it across to Spencer, who's not looking the right direction, lets it go by him. He picks it up eventually, hands it back to Greg. Greg up to Brian. Tim has to put the brakes on to avoid the offsides. Spencer drives in. They're going to call the offsides anyway. I'm not sure if it was Tim or Brian who were still in, possibly even Jack. But those boys will head to the bench, and we will bring out a fresh legs. Looks like Landon, Brody, and Shane on offense. Southern Maryland gets the puck. Sabres. Just call them the Sabres. It's easier to say, maybe. Landon. Oh, no, that's Bobby. Bobby doing some fancy skating there. Brody gets clobbered. Keeps going. Maryland successfully sends it past all the way around. It comes down. Charlie picks it up way in the corner. Loses an edge. Bobby comes in to help. All right, that's Landon's got it. Tries to get past, gets double teamed, can't get quite through. Comes back to Charlie. Charlie crosses it to Bobby. There's about 45 seconds left in the period. Bobby's looking for something. Pass it up to Shane. Shane crossed back to Charlie. They traded positions there. Charlie's going to try and drive it in. Ends up kicking it. That's going to be... comes in and out of the blue line a few times there. Across to Charlie. He's looking for that last slap shot. Wide of the net. Landon coming in. Brody, oh, there's scramble. Goalie can't find it, and it's in the back of the net. With 12 seconds left, score will be 5-1. Does not look like Southern Maryland has another goalie on their bench this morning. So Armand is at the far end, looking a little bit bored. Zach takes face off. Mason cross to Kyle, up to Joey. Zach tries to keep it in the zone. It comes out, and time will run out. nice long wrister by Kyle as the buzzer rang. Right on net into the goalie's glove. It's like from center ice. It's perfect. Perfect aim. Lofted. So 5-1 after the first period. Probably not our stiffest competition. Oh, and there's a, looks like penalty on Zach right at the buzzer. They're putting one up on the board. Not sure what that was, but just popped up on the board. It occurs to me as I do these broadcasts sometimes, like, I talk fast, action happens fast. Sometimes I say less than completely complimentary things about my own team playing. And that's just, they make mistakes. I try and call them. And I probably make mistakes, and you guys are welcome to call me on it, but I'm just doing the best I can. So, try not to get offended if you ever go back and watch this footage. Luke's pointing out to me that, the boys actually often watch the footage. They'll go back, obviously not while it's happening, but they'll go back after the fact to see their good hits or their mistakes. And I can only imagine people being pissed off when I point out the mistake, what look like mistakes. I mean, half the time the mistakes that I think they've made that probably aren't even mistakes. It's, the mistake is me not understanding. All right, here we go. Kyle's got the puck. Zach had the face-off. Joey does not maintain control. Came up to him and neutralized. Maryland was right behind him. They're going to drive in. We're on penalty kill here. Zach should be still in the box. Maryland misses their pass. They'll pick it up on the bounce. Passing back and forth. Trying to use that man advantage, but they're just not quite getting it there. Looking for the shot. Armand deflects it, I think, off his shoulder. Mason battling in the corner here. Kyle coming in from the other direction. Trying to slap it away. They got a nice shot right up into the slot. Shane diving to get it out of the zone. Kyle on the far side. Trying to get control. Maryland brings it in. There's a deferred penalty on that one. And against us. Hooking on Kyle. Kyle will head to the box. We'll have some 5-on-3 play, it looks like, because Zach has still got 50 seconds left on his penalty. Oh, he's rushing. I saw that. He's rushing to get the puck. Will takes the face off. Lets it go because with the man advantage it wasn't worth chasing. 2-man advantage. Maryland trying to do that passing, gets a shot deflected off of. Oh, Spencer went down, lost his stick in the process somewhere. Shot. Oh, and it's past Armand. Spencer is skating like he's hurt, heading towards the bench. I was surprised when he went for his stick rather than trying to get back into play, I guess because he was hurt enough. Zach will be out of the box. We'll be back to 5-on-4 play. I hope Spencer's all right. These kids are tough, so they tend to shake it off, but I mean, he wasn't down long. Brody takes face off. Charlie gets it away, hands it back to Bobby. Bobby sticks it long. Charlie races to get there first. Almost works. It gets knocked away from both Charlie and the Maryland player. Two Sabres collide hard into each other. You don't see that at this level of play too often. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh at others' misfortune. All right, Will from behind just hacking at this guy. Bobby sticks it away. Does not quite get it out. Long cross, bouncing across the center. Slap shot, Armand has got it. 51 seconds left on Kyle's penalty. 12 minutes, 39 seconds left in the second. Score is still 5-2. Sometimes I can see the comments today if you guys put stuff in the comments. Some days I can't for whatever reason. Some oddity of the app that I'm using to stream. All right, Maryland's got it. We're still at 5-on-4. They're looking for something. The D is just doing a nice job position, so there's no gaps there. Long cross pass. Brian got a stick on it in the air, but couldn't quite knock it down. Shot. I think it deflected off Mason's. Jack trying to get a stick on it. Successfully gets it out, bouncing down all to the far end. That should be an icing call, and it is. We'll bring that one back. 12 minutes, 4 seconds left, and 16 seconds left on Kyle's penalty. Greg heads towards the bench. We got fresh legs coming out. Referee is intensely talking to Tim. I wonder what that was about. All right. Tim took the face off, handed it back to Bobby. Bobby crossed to Charlie, who ices it. Well, he doesn't ice it. He sends it out long. They stopped it and neutralized. Shane gets the stick on it, dumps it in. Penalty's over. Kyle's coming out of the box, heads to the bench. Maryland's got Brian coming off the bench. Tried to get a shot off, couldn't quite get it. They sticked it away from him. Shane sends it over to Brian. Brian skating through. Gets it in the paint, but and the goalie can't cover it for whatever reason. I think somebody lost his stick in there. They picked it back up. It's going to coming down. Bobby will pick it up. Sends it hard. Up to Shane. Waiting. Cross to Tim. Tim shot. Goalie will catch it and hold. It was a nice opportunity. It's like empty ice. Score's 5-2. There's 11 minutes and 8 seconds left in the second period. Landon lines up for the face-off. You got Paul and Brody out there with him on wing. Mason and Kyle on D. Back to Paul to Kyle. Take the shot. Behind the net, Landon tapped it up to Brody. Brody tried to get a shot off there. Goalie keeping it out, doing a nice job. Landon right through the paint. Nobody could capitalize. Kyle picks it up. Sends it off the glass. Back to Paul got it. Maryland got it away from him. Kyle sends it back in. And Brody from the other side will come chase it. He's going to send it around to Landon. Landon takes it behind the net. Looking for an opportunity. Hands it off to Mason. Oh, no, he doesn't. I thought he did. I just couldn't see very well because of the safety net. All right, that's Landon. Still got it. Nice cross to Mason. Couldn't quite get the shot off. It would have been a nice opportunity. Comes up. Paul picks it up. Neutral ice. Dogged by one of the Sabres players. He just drops it back to Mason, who will flick it to the goalie. Goalie does not. Stops it but can't catch it. Maryland being dogged by Brody. They dump it around the far side where Spencer coming in off the bench. Will get it in close to the net. Picks it up behind the net. Zach. Where's the puck? Losing it. Hard to see this far in. I get closer, but apparently the Wi-Fi is just not so good if I'm not close to this side of the rink. Spencer sends it up. It's waiting there at the point. Gets flicked up high, and that was Spencer. Got it away from the Maryland player and just nailed it into the sideboards. Mason sent it towards the goal. Bouncing, gave him a chance to do a line change, get some fresh legs out there. Will gloved it, and what was that call? Well, must have been offsides, maybe. I'm not sure what that motion was. I go back. One of these, I always threaten I need to go back and review all the referee gestures. I know most of them, but not as well as I need to, considering I'm trying to narrate these games. Interference on who? On one of the Maryland players, the Sabres. Number 5, Maryland. Paul's evil twin, as I say. Score is 5-2. There's 8 minutes 54 seconds left in the second period, and we will have an Ashburn power play. Landon, Paul, and Will, I think. No, I'm sorry. No, that looks like... is that Tim out there? Yeah. I think that's Tim. It's either Tim or Jack. I can't really read the number from here. All right, cross to Kyle. Kyle puts it in the paint. Bounces up high off the shot from Tim. It is Tim, definitely. Landon's got the puck in the corner. He's going to drive behind the net. Pass it up to Tim again. Shot, again, I think it's wide. You can hear it off the boards, obviously. Kyle hands it off to Paul. Paul's looking for the opportunity. Gets it into the slot. Landon sticks it away from Maryland. Drives behind the net. Pass it up to Tim. Tim hands it back to Landon. Does some fancy footwork there. Looking for an opportunity. Trying to use that man advantage, but the Maryland defense is actually doing a really nice job of being in the right place. Shane takes it to the corner, off the boards, up to Tim. Comes bouncing. Shane, shot. Deflected. Up in the air. It's going to bounce all the way out to neutral ice. Shane has to go get it. Off the boards, up to Kyle. Kyle does a nice move, use the boards. Right in the paint, and Landon can't get the shot off. Or a goalie glove pad save. Maryland drives it in. Player goes down in a heap with Paul. Long pass up to Landon. He's got one defender to get past, which he does easily. Shot, goalie saves it. Pad save. Will picking it up. 7 minutes, 15 seconds left. He's got plenty of time in the second period. Hands it up to Brian. Brian sends it in. Goalie stops it but can't cover. It's not. Brian passes back and forth to Bobby. Bobby over to Charlie. Bobby, slap shot. Didn't quite get a clean stick on it. Goalie will cover it this time. Clock will stop with 6 minutes, 48 seconds left in the second. Plenty of pressure on this goalie. All right, Zach took the face off, hands it off to Will. Both teams at full strength at this point. Puck bounce around. Joey can't decide if he's going to let Zach go get it. All right, the two of them both end up having to scramble at the boards. Zach tries to drive it in all the way into the paint, ends up going behind the net, hands it to Will, back to Zach. Zach skating it out, sends it across to Bobby. Bobby, wrister, deflected by the defense into the corner. They try and get it back out. Bobby will take another wrister. Goalie, pad save. Joey tries to take it away. Maryland comes up with it. They try to do a long pass out. They get it out to neutral ice, where Bobby will send it across to Charlie. Puck spinning. Rapidly spinning. Charlie gets into the zone. Zach picks it up from there. Zach kicks it out. Pass to Charlie. Shot wide of the net. In the corner, Bobby will chase it. Sends it around to Zach behind the net. Zach pass to Will. Oh, Will can't get control of it. It bounces off his skate back to Zach. Charlie cross to Bobby. Bobby tries to shoot. Charlie shot. Goalie catches. Was that catch or score? No, catch. Yeah, it's in his glove. I should attempt to move a little closer. I'm going to try moving back closer. So last week I was able to shoot from center ice. Maybe it was just a connectivity thing. Let's see how. If I lose it, I'll apologize. We'll restart. All right, that's Jack. Jack pass to Tim. Brian's right there in the paint. I mean, it's like the entire both teams are in the paint. Brian falls on his butt, and Brian lines up for the faceoff. Comes back to Kyle, shoots, goalie deflects it, and there it's in, off Tim's stick. Nice teamwork, and score will be 6-2. Four minutes, 55 seconds left in the second period. Landon took the face-off, handed back to Spencer. Tried to send it up to Paul. Bounced past him. Paul's got it and trying to get it back in there. Spencer and Paul and one of the Maryland players. A lot of scramble. 3-on-2 scramble there. Refs let it go. There's going to be a penalty on Paul, I believe. Yep. Paul's heading to the bench. A little discussion with the official there. Polite. Officials explained to him what he did wrong. It's nice. You can't do that, buddy. All right. All right, hopefully this feed's looking good. It's got, the display is showing good bandwidth, good frame rate. Zach takes face off, comes out to Bobby. Bobby dumps it to the corner. Goalie tries to stop it, lets it go by. Zach. Maryland sends it out. It's going to be icing. Nope, no icing whistle. I thought it was going to be icing. Bobby sends it around. Charlie picks it up in the far corner. Zach coming in from the other side. Maryland, nice crossing pass. Slap shot, deflected by Armand's stick. Shane trying to get away. Still minute 20 on the penalty kill. Shot deflected by Armand's stick again. Charlie gets a stick on it, sends it up to Zach. We're going to shift directions. And he gets past the red line and dumps it. They'll go out to... no, I thought they were going to go to the bench, and they actually all stay out. Shane, right through the paint. Nobody there to capitalize. Charlie Goes for it, then lets Zach take it. Zach, wrister, bouncing, and the goalie catches it. Shane was well positioned for the rebound if there was one, but goalie had it. 51 seconds left on the penalty. Score still 6-2 with 3 minutes, 23 seconds left in the second period. Maryland gets possession after the face-off. Doing a nice job passing it around. Joey gets it away from him. Hands to their guy. He's going to send it up. Chris passes go a long way. Single-handedly gets almost all the way through our four-man defense. But eventually we got to stick on it and got away from him. If you take enough tries, eventually you'll get it. Kyle in the corner. 2-on-1. Doing a nice job of battling for it. Puck squirts out. Mason gets it, kicks it back in, back to Kyle. He's again fighting with the same two players. Trying to get that stick. 3-on-1 now at this point, eventually. Joey interferes with the shot there. Mason being in the right place. And we're back to full strength, I believe. I just hear. Yep. Pass up to Will. Jack coming off the bench. Will, shot high of the net. It bounces off the glass and lands on top of the net. And refs will whistle that one still. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. Score is 6-2. And we're about to get ready to finish the second period. Brian took the face off. Both teams are at full strength. Spencer on the boards battling with Spencer, Tim, and Brian all fighting for possession. Armand lets it go by. Greg will pick it up. Puts the brakes on, turns it around, looking for an opportunity. Long pass up to Jack. Maryland player skates by a little too eager. Brian picks it up as they come in behind Jack. And there's a whistle. Hooking on who? Who's that call on? Number 5, looks like. Maryland, number 5. So we will have an Ashburn power play. Second penalty for number 5 on Maryland. Brody with the face-off, hands it off to Joey. Joey off the boards up to Greg. Greg looking for the shot, passes it instead. Brody, long cross, shot from Jack. Off the goalie, spinning and neutralized. Brody lets it, Greg hands it off to Greg. Greg shifts direction and drives it in. Loses the puck, but lets it go to Brody. Brody to Joey in the corner. Joey loses an edge, goes down. Jack from behind picks it up. Up to Spencer. Spencer back to Jack. Oh, bounces off his skate in a weird way. Ends up behind the net. Joey, Brody. Maryland gets it away from him. Pass up to Greg, who I don't think was expecting the pass. It bounced like over a stick a little bit. Greg coming in. Drives in. Maryland from behind lifts his stick. All right, Brody, backhanded shot. Goalie stops it. He just held on to it. Less than a minute left. Spencer, shot. Goalie catches and holds. .1 seconds left in the second period. 50 seconds left on the power play. Score 6-2. Zach will take the face-off. Patented spin move. Spin and kick. Kicks it back to Bobby. Bobby cross to Charlie. Charlie back to Bobby. Trying to work the man advantage. All right, pass to Brian. Was bouncing. Bounced over his stick a little bit. Picks it up. He tries to shoot, hits one of the Maryland players. Comes out to Bobby in center. He hands it to Charlie. Charlie back to Bobby. Bobby to Brian. Brian tries to take a shot, deflects off one of somebody's skate behind the net. And time will run out on the second period. Considering how much we've spent on the offense, I may drift a little bit down. I do think I definitely get better bandwidth and stronger connectivity the closer I am to the what's the left side of the rink from our perspective. Closer to the entrance, probably where the wireless access points are. One more period left to play here at the Capitol Clubhouse in Waldorf, Maryland. Landon, Paul, and Brody line up for offense. Mason and Kyle on D. Start of the third period. We'll still have 19 seconds left to power play. Mason, after the drop, hands it up to Brody. Brody drives in, looks for the pass, slides to the corner. All right, sends it back out to Mason. Mason to Brody. Brody spins, looking for an opportunity. Back to off the boards, back to Mason. Mason hands it back to Brody, tries to take a shot. Landon will pick it up in the corner to Paul. Paul, they're back at full strength, so power play is over. Cross to Landon. Landon right through the center, bouncing. All right, Paul picks it up. They got it out briefly, but couldn't get more than a foot past the blue line. Landon gets tripped, goes down hard. There's a penalty on that one. And my gimbal is being weird. All right. Sorry about the camera angles there. Tripping on 13. White. 13 white? 16 white. We will have another power play. Zach, spin, hands off to Greg. Greg to Spencer. Spencer to Will. Back to Greg. Over to Zach. Shoots wide of the net. Off the boards, comes back up to Spencer. Spencer across to Greg, who's asked for it, but then it came faster than he expected. He got it. Handed it off. Zach dumps it back to the corner. Joey drives in, tries to sneak it in past the goalie. Did not work. Zach gets sticked away. Greg has to stall while his teammates get out of the zone. He does a really nice job of just keeping possession despite a lot of pressure. Pass it back up. Joey gets past Zach to Joey. Takes a shot. Blocker save. Whew. Long lofted pass. Well, just icing. Not even a pass because there was nobody there. Maryland will stop the clock. Take the line change. Both teams put fresh legs out there. Brian, Jack, and Shane out on offense. Charlie and Bobby on D. Back to Jack to Charlie. Back to Jack. Still working on the power play. Drop pass to Charlie. Long cross to Brian. Brian tries to pass it, but he has a little wrong angle there, and that's going to be. We all have to get off. I think they actually did get off, but ref didn't get credit for Brian for going out. All right, Brian drives back in, takes a shot, deflected off the D. It's behind the net. They're going to send it around. Charlie will pick it up in the corner, well, at the point rather. Jack from the other direction takes it from him. Shot, blocker save, and then Shane got the rebound. I think it was Shane. Yep, Shane. Shane got the rebound, and the score will be 7-2. Nice playing. Rebounds are hard if you're a goalie. I always think about things from a goalie's perspective, since that's what my son does. All right, off the restart here. Mason got a stick on it. Both teams at full strength. Mason hands it up, neutralized to Paul. Paul off the boards, that dumps in the corner. Brody drives in, puts some pressure on. They try and get it out. Landon got a stick on there, and that was a slap shot from Mason. Maryland will get it, send it bouncing out to neutral ice. Kyle takes it away from him, hands it up to Landon. Mason got a stick on it, got away. That's Kyle putting in. Stalling him while Paul comes in from the other direction, takes it away. Paul just outspeeding these guys. They just can't keep up with him, or they're having trouble. Not such a disadvantage or speed advantage that he can really get away from him, but they can't get the puck away from him. All right, Landon sends it cross through. Mason will pick it up right before it leaves the offensive zone. Landon backhands it up. Oh, bouncing. Brody couldn't quite get a shot off. Would have been a nice backdoor door shot. Kyle, it hits the safety net. Kyle tried to do a wrister there. Number 6 on Maryland was in his way, and so it bounced up high. Play will stop. Both teams will take the opportunity to put some fresh legs out. Zach, spin and kick, hands it up to Will, tries to get a shot off. There's way too much D there. Spencer, he's going to try, gets in the paint, bounces through. I think Zach tipped it, but goalie still stopped it. That's Will to cross to Greg. Greg to Spencer, tries to do a slap shot, a little bit wide. Spencer, sorry for the camera angles there. Spencer tries to send it back up. Zach got a stick on it. They get it past. Oh, the gimbal's having a hard time again. Sorry for the camera angles. Greg on D, sends it up. Maryland knocks it in. Greg has to go chase it. Slides behind Armand's net. Gives his people a chance to get set while he looks for an opportunity. Puts the gas on, drives it up, passes up to Joey and Will. Goes past the two of them into the corner. Joey will go pick it up from there. Zach from the other direction. Drop pass. Tries back to Joey, but Joey was not expecting that, so limited success. He'll get it eventually, but their D is all on him. Greg off the boards, back up to Joey and Zach. Zach around, tries to wrap it around. D gets it away from him. It's bouncing right there. Goalie will cover it. It's covered there, guys. Whistle's blown. Stop playing. Score 7-2. 9 minutes, 31 seconds left in the. It says period 2, but this is actually period 3, I believe. Brian, Tim, and Shane out on offense. After puck drop, Tim has possession. Hands it up to Charlie. At the point, cross to Bobby. Bobby off the boards. Shane in the corner. Tries to do something. And it's in. I believe that was off of The fist slaps are saying Shane. I thought it might have been Brian who got a stick on it. The two of them were right there in the paint. Score will be 8-2. Landon took the face off, handed back to Mason to Brody. Brody will hand it back to Mason, cross to Kyle. Kyle up to Paul, who, I thought he was going to lose it, but he actually kept it. He tries to skate across. Brody hands it back to Kyle because Paul was in the zone. Kyle drops to Landon. Landon gets number 5 White. Also 88. So Landon and number 5 both go into the box. 5-on-5 play. Looks to me like Landon. I don't. Interesting to go back and see that one. I didn't think Landon did anything wrong. I mean, he got guy clobbering from behind. All right. Perspective's clearly different. I can hear one of the Maryland parents muttering behind me. Also with indignation. So, all right, Will's got the puck. He tries to pass it up. Comes bouncing. One of the Maryland players got a stick on it. Comes back into our zone. Kyle's looking. He's going to loft it up to Joey. But Maryland swoops in, intercepts that. Shot, Armand will catch and hold. The correct to the clock. The clock now says correctly that it's the third period. 8 minutes, 5 seconds left. Score is 8-2. Ugh. I'm getting Brian takes the face off. Tries Zach's spin move. Worked out nice. Tim picked up the puck while Zach was while Brian was boxing up the other player. Jack picks it up the corner. Skates around the other player like he's hardly even there. Tries to get a shot off, but number 99 gets in his way. 99 will try to get it out. It does get it out. Sends it long, bouncing. Greg will race to get there. Hardly even a contest. Takes it back behind the net. Stalls a little bit too long. Now there's some a little bit of defense. Really only one guy, so it's not too big of a deal. Greg still got it. Tries to take it all the way up. Gets boxed up at the blue line. Loses the puck, but Brian will come swoop in and pick it up. Long circle, and he gets tripped. There's a whistle. I can see Armand was already halfway to the bench, but it was quite the trip. Again, I feel like a clear trip to me, but I can still hear the Maryland parent next to me saying, like, oh, they tripped each other. But, I mean, like, he stuck his stick out and tripped him. And it was pretty blatant to my eyes. I think that's Bobby taking a face off. You don't see that every day. Nice. It's good. I like that. Comes back around the boards to Paul. Paul off the boards to Bobby. Bobby looking in the corner. Pass up to Shane. Shane. Shot. Brody in the corner. Flicks it around. That's Paul picking up behind the net. Looking for the pass in the corner. Hands it up to Charlie. Slap shot. Nails the player so hard that he's limping. He's going to head to the bench. Shane off the boards to Bobby. Bobby. High angle shot. Goalie stops it, and Brody, it was bouncing. Brody could not get the rebound. That was like, it was bouncing in the paint, and Brody was right there. That was too tragic. All right, Shane coming in fast for the other side. Maryland will send it around hard. Bobby picks it up the corner. It's between his skates, and he couldn't get it clear. Get a stick on it. It's Shane off the boards, back up into the attacking zone. Sabres, long cross. 5 minutes, 53 seconds left. Paul picks it up the neutral ice. Gets it away and drives it in. Kyle coming off the bench will pick it up neutral ice. Skates around the player like it wasn't there. Right into the paint. Shot. Goalie deflects it with his pads. Kyle really wanted to point. You could tell. You could just look at it at the way he was skating. Charlie passed up to Greg in the corner. Greg tries to center it. It's like actually harder to call the game because the coaches obviously let them all shift to different positions to try something else out, considering we've got a 6-point advantage late in the game. Kyle, I'm not expecting him. Kyle getting clobbered here. Boxed up, no whistle on the play. Joey clobbered on the boards. Greg from the corner. Joey skates it into the shoots. Goalie will cover. Tried to get his own rebound there, but goalie had it easy. 4 minutes, 53 seconds left. Score is 8-2. Both teams at full strength. The offsetting penalties are done. The boxes are empty. Brian, Tim, and Jack out there on offense. That's a normal line. But Zach's on D, which is not quite as normal. Zach and Spencer. Scramble along the boards there. Tim comes up with possession. Drives behind the net, looking for a pass. Tries to get it through, loses an edge, goes down. Maryland misses their own pass. Spencer across to Zach. Zach pass up to Jack. Jack tried to send it over to Brian. Not a clean pass there. Spencer keeps it in. Tim up, taps it up to Spencer. Spencer sends it through to the slot. Jack. Slap shot, Zach. And it's in from the blue line. Like lightning. I could not see that one go. That was a nice slap shot. It's like I saw the wind up and then I saw it in the back of the net. Score will be 9-2. 3 minutes, 53 seconds left. Bobby takes the face off. Paul along. Pass up to Brody. Enough juice that it just taps off, bounces off his stick. Maryland gets it away, tries to center, and bounces off Bobby's skate. Bobby's going to pick it up. Oh, can't quite get it out of the zone. Mason, pass up to Brody. Brody taps into the center where Bobby will pick it up. Paul, puck skittering towards the net. Kyle backhands it. Taps it across to Bobby. Tries to deke around, but loses possession. There's a shot there, I think, off Paul. I think Paul got the shot. Goalie had it. Ref blew the whistle. The goalie dropped it, and then there was a, and then he shot it again in the net. Does not count. Later took the face off. It's going to bounce out. Greg on wing. Greg on wing. Joey backhands it to the corner. Greg chases it around. Landon. Long pass to no one. Shane sends it back in. Greg shot from the blue line. Pad save. Bounces away. Joey off the boards to Landon. Landon Backhands it over to Joey. Joey's behind the net. Looking for a pass. Drops to Greg. Tries to drop to Greg. Didn't go clean. All right, back to Joey. Takes it away from Maryland. Cross to Landon. Landon's looking for the shot. Looking for a pass. Defense trips him up. But he keeps possession. That's just nice job. Landon up to Shane. Shane getting pressure unexpectedly. I think he wasn't right. Landon, nice lofted, just snappy pass. Or shot, rather. Goalie will catch it and hold. Play will stop with 1:55 left to go. It was one of those shots that, it ended up on his stick and he had the shot, didn't even stop to breathe. Tim looking for the high angle, drives it in close off the goalie's pads. Will took it behind, sends it to Zach at the point. Zach back in the corner to Will. Maryland is not giving up. They're definitely continuing to keep pressure on the D. Scramble Tim, tried to get a shot off right in front of the goal, but D got it away from him. Maryland gets it out of the zone, passes up. We'll shift directions. And Tim from behind takes it away from him like they weren't there. Never saw him coming. Tim tries to get a shot off. D gets in his way. Hands it off to Jack. Jack behind the net. Pressure, looking for, sends it bouncing up to Kyle. Kyle slap shot, less than a minute to play. Will picks it up to Shane. Shane back to Will. Will skates past, drops it to Shane. Shane long cross to Kyle. Kyle skates behind the net, looking for that kind of nice circulation. Tim. Kyle's off to the bench. Greg's coming out. Tim backhands it into the corner. Maryland hits it across. Will pick it up. Will up to Shane. Shane cross to Greg. Greg rotates. Shot. Oh, bounces through the paint. Past Will, but he couldn't get a shot off. Cross to Greg. Try it one more time. And time will run out. Score is 9-2 final here at the Capitol Clubhouse against the Maryland Sabres. My throat's tired. Thanks for watching. I'm happy to do the broadcast. We'll be back next week. I think there's a home game on Saturday. I will broadcast if y'all can't make it, but it's a home game. Come on out. Don't forget to be awesome. Don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy. And Greg on wing, I thought, yeah, there was a lot of personnel changes there at the end of this game. They up enough points that they gave some people some opportunity, some of our boys do something different. They can't figure out open the gate. They're all walking out through the penalty box. We'll see you next week, if not at practice. And that concludes today's broadcast. We'll see y'all later. All right. I'm not sure anybody's still on, but I just reconnected so I can close out the stream here. It gave me an error.